Well, I just want to say that I love all your presentations. Be nice to me. Well, my presentation is really around designing interviews for the winning candidate experience. And what you're going to see is really a framework for what I've created at FanDuel about a year and a half ago called a candidate journey map. Like, if you don't know what a candidate journey map is, but you are working in retail or e-commerce, it's very similar to your customer journey map. So it's an emotional journey of your candidate through each stage of your process. Most people think that interviewing and creating a winning candidate experience starts when the candidate walks through your door. It's not true. It actually starts when they engage with your website, when they engage with your platform or your ATS. I start every one of my presentations with a quote. And this one's from Maya Angelou that says, "At the end of the day, people won't remember what you said or did. They will remember how you made them feel." So I know that I know myself, I've gone through at least a couple of horrible interviews where I walk out and they say, "I do not want to see that company or hear from that company again." So why should you care? It's exactly for that reason. Statistics says that when candidates have bad experience, 42% never seek employment with that company, 22% tell others not to work there, and 9% tell others not to buy from that company. It's pretty staggering, right? On the other hand, when they have good experience, 51% of those candidates share positive experience on Glassdoor, Twitter, or Facebook. They're actually doing your job for you. They're promoting your brand, they're saying how great your interview process is, and they're encouraging their friends and their peers to actually consider you as a career destination. So, what's the most important thing in creating a good candidate experience? And that is a human element. You have to incorporate a human element in order to have a great candidate experience. So how do you do that? You've probably seen your candidates on a daily basis coming through your offices. So interviewing is super stressful. So you have to create a welcoming experience. From the moment they walk in, from the receptionist to the recruiter to the recruiting coordinator, whoever greets them has to help them feel at ease. It will help you also gain a more accurate impression of who they are and who they'll be as an employee. You also should, with this, design the wait. Now, this is the most important part. I've had candidates come in from anywhere from 5 minutes before the interview to up to an hour before the interview. So what do you do with them when you have them there sitting for an hour? Well, we decided the best thing to do is to surprise them with swag. If you can do that, that is a great way to start a very good candidate experience. If you have an opportunity to hand them an iPad with tabs open with itinerary, a LinkedIn profile of who they're going to meet with, a welcome video from your co-founder, ideally your CEO, a culture video that promotes everything that's great about your company, and relevant, positive company news. I know when I walk into an interview 10 minutes before, I'm on my phone, looking up the Wikipedia page, looking up everybody I'm meeting with, just making sure that when I go into that interview, I know everything that's going on. Instead, if you hand them an iPad, it's a super cool surprise for them. They've never seen that before. I'm sure there's companies now doing this. I know at least one of them does, but it's a pretty cool thing. If you don't have the videos, if you don't have the culture video, use the other things. Just get creative. If you can, and you don't mind using your cell phone to do this, or if you have a company-provided phone, how awesome would it be for you to receive a text from your recruiter the day of your interview, just stating, reminding you that you are meeting with them? How many times have you had candidates not show up because they forgot that they had an interview on that day? Include the office address again, give them a training traffic update, provide parking instructions where applicable, obviously not in New York, reconfirm who they'll be meeting with, and it can be as simple as, "John, looking forward to meeting you this morning. We are at 318 West 39th Street, 5th floor. Heads up, AC and E trains are running a bit slow." What does this do for a candidate? If they're late, what kind of interview are they going to have? They're going to be stressed. They're not going to be able to concentrate. They're going to bomb the interview. This is just another way to be unique and different from your other competitors. The most important thing is prepping your managers. There's nothing more, I guess, irritating when you walk into an interview and the manager walks in and he has no idea why he's seen you. He has no idea who you are. It's the first time he's seen your resume. He's taken 5 minutes to look through your resume just to get a better sense of who you are. Share that context in the interview invite. Share it in the itinerary. Share what's happened so far. Let your managers know where what stages of process the candidates has already experienced, who they've spoken to, and what was the result. And the dig deeper sections, these are also validation sections. For technology, dig deeper in this area, or algorithms, or anything like that. If the candidate is passively or actively looking, how much selling does your manager really have to do in the interview, or the interviewers? How much selling do we need to do? If they're passively looking, you need to let them know. If they're actively looking, you need to let them know ideally who they're interviewing with. There's nothing personal about them. If, like my boss who's sitting over there, is a Patriots fan, and I am, let's say, a Jets fan, we have a lot to talk about, right? Actually, everybody has a lot to talk about, and he's a Patriots fan anyway. But those are the most important things. It makes candidates feel at ease. They feel a personal connection with the interviewer. It makes it so much easier for them to interview well. So before the candidates leave, ask them about their interview. Thank them before they thank you. Or better yet, if you really want to be creative and unique, hand them a handwritten card and thanking them for coming in and spending some time with you. And when they've gone this far, you have to share the interview feedback. And when they're gone to an on-site interview, it has to be by phone. You cannot avoid, I think Matt's point, you cannot send them an email and say, sorry buddy, you didn't make it. When you share the feedback, send a candidate feedback survey. And this is how you measure and implement your candidate journey map. Everything that's in there goes back into your candidate journey map, and you continuously need to improve it and find areas where you are failing and others where you are succeeding. You can design your feedback survey, SurveyMonkey, Google Forms, Fluid Survey, but you have to keep it short. I received a feedback survey with 50 questions. Guess what? I didn't complete it because it takes too much time. 3 to 5 questions. You can call it a 3-question survey, you can call it a 20-second survey. If you add an incentive, they're likely to fill it out. Any questions? I guess we have that at the end. So your keys to success is to communicate more, personalize the experience, show that you care, and then continuously improve. I encourage every single one of you, when you go back, try to create a candidate journey map, which is not easy because you have to be a candidate. It's not about your process, it's about their feelings. And just to mention a little tidbit on what the candidate journey map includes, it's every touch point through the process, from the moment they apply to the moment that you either reject them or hire them. And it includes a touch point, an excitement point, a frustration point, and a solution to how you're going to solve the problem. I think that's it. Thank you.